Shalom, Kol Holo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahahakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. My name is Barad Debar, coming to you from the GMS campus, Indianapolis. And to all those listening and learning to you, I say Shalom, especially to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Today is just going to go over just a few scriptures of feeding the flock, feeding the sheep, as been commanded by Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, as he spoke to Peter. And we'll get that scripture last, but just beforehand, we'll get a few scriptures starting with the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verses 3 and 4. And hopefully it is edifying, uplifting, exhorting of some sort to the body. So let's get into it. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 3, and it reads, "And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries whither I have driven them. I will bring them, I will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase." So again, you're looking at the flock and you're looking at the folds. And Yahweh Shai, had mentioned um, that he had. Let's look up the word fold really quick, and I'll get that scripture. Fold. So we look up fold. Um, this one actually goes into um, a flock of sheep, a group of people or institutions um, that share a common faith, belief, activity, enthusiasm. So you're going to find that the flock, the fold, or would be the sheep um, that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is dealing with, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Salakia, is only dealing with the house of Israel. And so let's get see if we can get this pulled up really quick. It's the book of John, chapter 10, verse 16, and this will be Yahweh Shai. He says, "And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold." Now, at this time, he's speaking to, the people. And of course, we know that the kingdom, the northern and southern kingdom had split. And at the time of Yahweh Shai, under the rulership of the Romans, um, that he was under, he was with or amongst uh, the Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which would make up of the southern kingdom. And so he's talking to the people, and he's saying, "Other sheep I have is not of this fold," which is showing when we go back to Jeremiah that many different points of our captivity, our people either have remained or were further scattered throughout the different places. Of course, we also know, with the Assyrians, they did a lot of displacement of the people. We definitely know in these last days, if we fast forward today, that your so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have been displaced and moved all over as well through the many diverse captivities that we have gone um, through our lifespan here upon this earth. So, reading again, he says, "Other sheep I have, which are not of this fold." He says, "Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and they shall be one fold and one shepherd." So Ezekiel talks about having the two sticks, as it talks about in Ezekiel 35, and how those two sticks are coming together as one, making up the northern and the southern kingdom, headed by the tribe of Ephraim and the tribe of Judah. And so and of course, how is he gathering everyone together? By the scriptures, by his word, all right, and through the video epistles, through the apostles and elders that are teaching this doctrine. So let's get back to Jeremiah real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 3 and 4. It says, "I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. So now we're in that time in these last days that many of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians of the elect are actually coming back to this understanding, and they're coming back and with the understanding of their nationality, and then they're going out and they're teaching and preaching, in the highways and the byways, and this is being the elect. And as because it is by the way of the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, um, the fruits, the work is going to produce more fruit, more people coming into this understanding, being sealed, but it's only by the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And that's how the nation is going to increase through his spirit. He says, verse 4, and I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. So, of course, when these last days, he has the apostles and the elders, the prophets, the true men of the Lord that are going to feed with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 15. He says, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which pastors goes into shepherds. When he said many shepherds, let's go back to that Jeremiah. When he says, verse 4, it says, and I will set up shepherds, plural. Okay? This is where you're with in these days, you have the apostles and elders and those that teach the likewise doctrines and men that are coming into their labor and their work. Okay? That they have begun and plowed and started. You have now men coming and teaching the likewise doctrines and hoping to aid in the increase of Yahweh Bashim Shai's flock and with the knowledge and understanding. So it goes back, Jeremiah 3 and 15, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. All right. Now we know in these last days, it tells us in Isaiah 33 and verse 6 that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Okay. And truth of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. So to have this understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in these last days is what's going to keep you is going to keep the elect stable. Okay. And this is going to be taught through what? The men in which he sent that will feed you. This is the book of Matthew, just to hit on that flock, or those sheep. This is Matthew 15 and verse 24. He says, but he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So those who had been scattered, who had lost their heritage, their name, their the name of who they are, lost their land, that would be in the last days, in like unto acting as in heathens. The Lord in the last days would come back, and he said those again, as we mentioned, would hear his voice, and they would return, and they would have would gain the understanding of his way. And again, that's the lost sheep, which would be that flock of the house of Israel, which would make up in these days King David, the beloved King David, which the name means beloved, which be the house of David, the elect that will return in the last days. So this is going into last book. This is the book of John, chapter 21, verses 15 through 17. So hopefully this will make sense of who Yahweh Shai, who he set his rock, upon this rock, Peter, the foundation. He set the foundation with, as far as the church, with Peter. And this is what he told him. He said, so when they had dined, Yahweh Shai saith to Simon, says, Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He said unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said, he saith unto him, feed my lambs. Okay. And he says, uh, he saith again, he saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, feed my sheep. Now, as you can see, this is talking about his fold. Okay. Um, and he saith unto him a third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua said unto him, feed my sheep. So as you can see, this was a commandment that was given unto Peter three times, and we are in the stead coming in where he said, that we are now going out in the highways and the byways, making video epistles to do what, as he commanded, to feed his flock, to feed his lambs, to feed his sheep. Um, and to get overall his flock, which is the house of Israel. So I hope this lesson was edifying unto the body. Before I end, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahahakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. And to all those listening and learning, to you, I say, Shalom.